Hi, people.
Hello.
It's me. It not. Oh, wait, I gotta move over a little more. It not Siren. Gotta move that right there, because that's where it lives.
I told him he should do this earlier, but he never listens to me.
I got here late. I'm Vid.
I'm Seeker's Funky Mama.
And Saturday night may be alright for fighting, but Saturday morning is when we do Platinum Capped GRLCS Fall Split 2019 League of Legends action.
By Riot Games. And OU Esports.
Yes, thanks to OU Esports for providing the beautiful and lovely Seeker's Funky Mama as a caster. Holy crap, that's loud. Who turned up the... Oh. Mark Hames must have turned up the volume.
Well, you know, everyone has different needs.
That was you. You turned up the volume.
I was practicing my ASMR.
All right, would you like to introduce our blue side?
Yeah, of course. So here on the blue side, we have Cosmic Flow with Alarcion playing Maokai in the top lane. We have Jimmy Chungus playing Sylas in the jungle. We have Legion playing Orianna in the mid lane. And we have UNSC on Caitlyn and Black Salt on Braum in the bot lane.
Meanwhile, on the red side, we have the Sensei Squad, defending champions of Spring Split. We've got Nick Lulz in the top lane on Vladimir, Water Bear in the jungle on his Nunu, Midnight Slushy on Galio in the mid lane, in the bot lane, Boosted Asian and Mark Hames on Ezreal and Morgana. Yes, Siren does sound a little different today. It's because he's driving back from the airport right now, and he asked me to fill in. Yeah. So I'll be here for a game, maybe two if he's super late.
Yeah. So, kind of in this game, we just see that nothing too big. You know, they've just kind of spread out, trying to stop any invades. However, one thing I do want to point out is that Midnight Slushy this week looks to be having a very different look. Last week played Cassiopeia, and not going to lie, carried pretty hard. Whereas this week, Midnight Slushy is on Galio. You know, still a very high damage champion, but doesn't necessarily have that hyper carry potential that a Cassiopeia could have.
And I'm, questioning the Galio pick just a little bit, because they really are lacking a lot of go forward engage on the side of Sensei Squad. I don't think Galio is necessarily a good engager anymore after they changed his W. He can't flash during taunt anymore. So now he needs to be a secondary engager, and while they do have pick potential with Snowball and Dark Binding, you don't have go forward potential. You know, you're getting Nunu walking in, but once Nunu's in there, he needs he can get on top of Nunu, I guess.
Now,
Nunu's not locking anyone down.
Yeah, it is possible that, once they get to the later part of the games, one of Vladimir's big strengths is, using... He doesn't have the go fast rune. He did decide to take Kleptomancy instead, so we'll have some difficulty maybe getting into the backline. However, that is kind of his goal, to try and get into the backline, so potentially they might be looking to... have Vladimir maybe buy Protobelt into the backline and then have some of that additional follow-up from the Galio, but we'll just have to see. I feel like because he has taken Kleptomancy, that has a little bit higher of an execution barrier.
Yeah, and I was thinking, Protobelt would be the way that Vladimir gets into the backline, but that's it, kind of. Unless he has Spellbinder, he doesn't have Phase Rush, so... Okay, here we go. We see Midnight Slushy getting the taunt off, and that's the one way that Galio can get in, but now Nick Lulz might be in trouble. Chimichungus up here, he's going to jump forward. One more hit'll do it. Oh, the flash by Alarcion and Chimichungus. Alarcion, ooh, low, but not going to go down.
It was really, really close. It's just kind of feels bad, especially since Chimichungus also blew his flash, but looked like didn't add any additional damage after flashing. So just some poor communication there. I do think that if they had both flashed immediately and both gone for one more auto, they could have taken down Nick Lulz. However, they didn't communicate, and now Vladimir's just going to be able to sustain back up.
Yeah, and I mean, that is a huge win for Vladimir because he gets 2 flashes for 1. Legion is going to be taunted, now rooted, now dead. That's first blood for the bear.
Oh, we do have a re-engage, though.
Yeah, Chimichungus in here on Midnight Slushy. He is going to get the return kill, and Orianna does get the assist there, so I don't think he's going to be able to go any further.
Overall,
no, he does get the stun. Water Bear does get the heal back. Chimichungus healing again. Water Bear has the flash available, and he is going to need to burn it to get away, but now Boosted Asian is going to take some damage. I guess overstepped a little there.
Both of those jungles did have some pretty good engage, so I think it would have been difficult for either of them to really get the upper hand there just because of the consume. And then the Kingslayer, both of their kits do make it kind of difficult to try and figure out how they can judge their damage because of the fact that they do have that built-in sustain. However, I would say that is a win for Sensei Squad because they did get the first blood bonus.
Yeah.
Even though they both got 1 kill and 1 assist off of that, I do think that the advantage would go to Sensei Squad because they got, I believe it's an additional...
well, 100 gold for the
100
kill,
gold for the,
and then another 50 for the assist.
Exactly. So 150 gold up off of that. As you can see, they are even going farther, have 800 gold lead right now, so doing fairly well at this early game. But yeah, we could also see some of the changes. As we see again, they recently changed Galio to give him more damage.
Yeah, and I was about to say Midnight Slushy is in the lead here in this lane, but oh, he's so low. That's a double knockup coming out onto the bot lanes of Cosmic Flow. Water Bear going to get on the UNSC, but they're focusing Black Salt instead. UNSC, he's going to jump away. Black Salt flashes. Black Salt goes down.
Yeah, really good. Unfortunate kind of placement there between UNSC and Black Salt. Braum did put up the wall to try and break the snowball. However, because of how close they were and because the snowball does... it looks like there's a little bit of fight going on.
Chimichangas is going to be able to jump away here. Boosted Asian gets another hit off on UNSC.
So just a little trade, nothing too massive going on. But as I was saying, because the fact that the ball does knock up in an AoE, just even though it was broken by the shield, both UNSC and Black Salt did get knocked up there. Allowing, some of the follow-up CC to come in from the rest of Water Bear's kit.
But Chimichangas is here. Boosted Asian jumps away. He's still alive, though. Chimichangas going very low. He's going to go down. They lose Mark Hames for it. However, that's going to be the ult from Midnight Slushy, but I think he's in short order to go out of this world. UNSC picks up the kill there. It's a 2-for-1, and it looks like Cosmic Flow might be able to get this dragon for free.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That seemed like a really ambitious teleport coming out from Belarcion, just teleporting right into the middle of 4 members of Sensei Squad. However, they made it work. They managed to collapse, with a very successful teleport, and they do get this dragon. Although it's not as impactful as, say, maybe if it were, like an early Ocean Drake or an Inferno Drake, which would scale very well. Because of some of the changes that have come out over the patches to Cloud Drakes, it actually can still be a very effective
Black Salt
Drake.
Goodbye. Mark Hames picking up the spicy solo kill there. Meanwhile, Midnight Slushy gets the taunt off on Legion. Legion is knocked up. He does not have flash available, so if Midnight Slushy can get one more Q off, and that's going to be it. Legion goes down. He didn't have any mana. That was...
Yeah, he had no mana, so it feels a little bit bad. Kind of an overstay from him. I don't think he had backed yet at that point. So he had no mana, and unfortunately was just in a really... poor position, and there we were able to see, even though you can't do the
Legion, no, you can't do that. But actually it looks like Midnight Slushy might go low here. Nope, Chimichangas. Water Bear may have overstepped, however. He's gonna try and get away with the biggest snowball ever, but he's gonna be stunned. The double taunt is not gonna save him, and now Midnight Slushy, I think he's gonna go down as well.
Yeah. Honestly, really good kind of response there. Legion did, unfortunately, have kind of unlucky teleport, not the smartest idea. However, it looks like there's an engage in the top lane.
Yeah, and Chimichangas is here. He's going to get the stun off on Nick Lulz, and that's going to be the kill.
Yeah, during that last engage, Chimichangas had been able to steal the Galio ult, using it to actually very great effect right there. And this is something that they need. Vladimir has been left fairly alone since that kind of engage earlier in the top lane when they failed to manage to kill him under tower. But he has just been farming since that point, and as of course we all know, Vladimir scales very well.
Yeah.
So they do need something to kind of start to shut him down.
And we do see Chimichangas in that top lane tri-brush. He might be looking for the repeat gank, or he's just looking for Water Bear instead.
Yeah, potentially just trying to maybe steal away that red buff. Water Bear was there, so that didn't lead to anything. But I do think that Silas, 3-1-3, fairly strong. So looking to maybe play a little bit aggressive, I don't think it's the worst idea at this point.
Yeah, I mean, early game here for Silas is just so much stronger than, he's so much stronger than Nunu right now. And with the way that Midnight Slushy is manhandling Legion here in this mid lane, you need to be able to have jungle pressure all across the map to make sure that, you know, your mid laner isn't dying in vain, basically.
And I think there we can just see kind of the damage buffs coming out from Galio, doing a lot of damage, even though his engage isn't secure or isn't as sure as it would have been. You know, in compensation to that, we can definitely see that he's doing a fair amount of damage, and Legion unfortunately is kind of struggling to manage some of that pressure. He is still farming, or they are still farming. Similarly, you know, Galio only 4 CS stuff right now, but I do think that Orianna will be able to equal that out very easily. However, it does look like there's a gank coming down to the bot lane.
Yeah, now Waterbear, he is going to get the knock up onto Black Salt. He's rooted, and I don't think he can get back to his ADC. Waterbear takes the kill there. He's now rooted, and there's a engage in the mid lane. Chimichungus is going to pull in Midnight Slushy, but he's going low to the tower. The last one, the Proto Belt gonna kill, and now Midnight Slushy has to run away from Legion. Because he may be stronger, but not 2v1 strong.
Yeah, one of Galio's strengths has always been kind of anti-mage.
Yeah.
And everyone that's going to be attacking him here, Chimichungus and Legion, both do very heavy magic damage, being AP carries. So it is kind of just a good matchup. Galio, I think, being one of the better champions to be able to successfully deal with this heavy AP 2v2.
And Chimichungus did overstep a little bit. Oh, but the flash forward by Mark Hames, he does have the stopwatch available. Gonna get the single stun, but I think he's dead, yeah.
Yeah.
Ambitious.
It was ambitious. I think he just kind of lost track of the timer that Braum was going to be coming back. So flashes in, goes aggressive. Right as Braum walks up, you know, he's just in his all chat saying unlucky.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
So, we do have about a 2,000 gold lead here for Sensei Squad. They've managed to pull this ahead. I'm guessing it's mostly on the back of Midnight Slushy. Yeah, he's almost, you know, he's 1,250 ahead of Legion, so.
It does look like there's a fair amount of gold coming out. I would imagine that's Kleptomancy and just the farm lane coming out of the top lane. About 400 gold ahead. And then also about 500 gold ahead down in the bot lane as well. Also, I would assume off the back of Kleptomancy. And of course that additional assist as well.
Yeah. And I think it's mostly Kleptomancy. I mean, Ezreal always pulls in like 400 gold off of Kleptomancy by the end of lane phase. Oh, that's going to be the ult coming out from Midnight Slushy. Mark Hames going for the re-engage, but Boosted Asian is caught out. He has his flash available. He's going to need to use it, but they're not going to tank it for him. He's going to go down to UNSC. Now Chimichungus jumps away. Waterbear coming in with the biggest snowball ever. He's not going to be able to find a knockup. And, oh, you gotta eat the Caitlyn ult.
Yeah, it does feel bad because both Galio, of course, was going forward trying to attack, but, you know, very healthy. And I believe that, was it Mark Hames who was also down there? Morgana had very high health bar and just decided not to tank that. Maybe they did try and they just missed it. We kind of moved away from the screen.
Or just like the someone else will get it sort of like
mentality.
I mean, because obviously you don't want your Galio pulling off an engage just to save the ADC if you think you can kill them. But
it
you also
like
don't really want Morgana to do it. Larcion's actually winning this 1v1. He has the catalyst, so he is very healthy here. Nick might be able to keep himself alive. Yeah, the flash forward by the Maokai, and now that's going to be Waterbear going down, but Chimichungus loses his life. Legion has to flash away, and now Mark Hames is caught on his onesie. UNSC is going to take the kill there.
Yeah, it does look like they did manage to kill, get another kill down onto the Morgana, I believe it was farther down, or onto the Orianna. So I do believe that Midnight Slushy was able to kind of chase down the Orianna and get the kill there. So it does just end up being a 2v2. So, you know, and it kind of feels bad. Larcion did blow his flash in the top lane trying to get a kill in that engage. However, Nick was able to get the empowered Q. Healed for what looked to be 300 or 400 health, and did end up, I believe, having to flash away. So just in exchange for flashes, which, you know, does put them in unique sort of weaknesses at that point, because Alarcian might have a more difficult time engaging now since he can't like flash onto a carry. But at the same time, Nick Lols, I think, will have a harder time if they do look to 5v5. Will have a hard time kind of getting into that backline. Does have Proto Belt, so can kind of work towards ameliorating that fact. But yeah, we'll just have to see how this goes.
Yeah, and Nichols is, not having a great time right here. Alarcion has finished his Abyssal Mask, so it is going to be a lot harder for Nichols to build any kind of superiority in this lane. And we're going to see the Hemoplague actually come out really early here. He's not going to be able to get that E off.
Yeah.
So Alarcion just heals it all back up.
Alarcion has always been known for being fairly reliable on tanks, and I do think he's doing very well into this matchup. Is down by about 15 CS at this point in the game. However, is doing very well in just making sure that Vladimir is using the majority of his abilities, so he's coming to the
double
fight.
Teleport coming in. Midnight Slash, he gets a 2 taunt off. That's going to be the steal from Waterbear. Chimichangas goes down, and now Alarcion's in the middle of the fight, but he's 1v3. Nicole's going to take that Peacemaker, and that is going to be Alarcion going down. Midnight Slushy, very low, but still alive. Now Mark Hames is caught Black Salt. Waterbear dodges the knockup, and it is a 2-for-0, and Sensei Squad steals the dragon.
Yeah, I know you said that Waterbear dodges the knockup. I'm not sure if it was a knockup. I think Black Salt just kind of missed the ult right there, which is very unfortunate because they looked like, just with the damage that was coming out from Caitlyn and the fact that Legion was still up as well. I do think if they were able to kind of get that disengage, or if they were able to get that re-engage, I do think they actually could have traded some kills back as well. Because overall, that was kind of just a very poor fight for them. It looked like possibly could have gone better, but Sensei Squad does get the dragon, and of course Inferno's going to scale a lot better than the Cloud that they got earlier, but it looks like he's going in.
That's going to be Galio coming out from Chimichangas, but they have to, they get disengaged on by Mark Hames, who flashes away.
Yeah, I will say that's a good trade. Morgana flash for the Galio Galio ultimate that had been stolen by Chimichangas. That is a shorter cooldown, coming out of Chimichangas than the Flash. Morgana being a kind of squishy character, especially won't be building too much stability because she's on a support. It does look like she's building Zanya's Hourglass, but it is always good to get Flash off of those squishy characters.
Yeah, of course, as is tradition, you always want Zanya's first as Morgana, especially since UNSC is 3-0 right now with the full Infinity Edge. So it's about a 4,500 gold lead here for Sensei Squad, so they are managing to push their lead. It was 2,000 about 5 minutes ago, and I'm thinking, Nichols is still having a good enough time. He's not close to dying here against Alarcion, so he's getting a lot of his... I might have spoken too soon. He doesn't have his ultimate, or he does use his ultimate. He is going to get the heal. Chimichangas is here, though. He's going to miss the E, but the ultimate comes out from Midnight Slushy a little too late, gets to double knock up the taunt onto Alarcion. The biggest snowball lever is coming out. They might be able to find something here. Alarcion goes down to Waterbear, and now Midnight Slushy chasing for the jungler, but Legion's here as well. He doesn't have ult, however.
So much of this lead is centered around Midnight Slushy, and he is doing well about trying to rotate around the map to at least equalize. That was kind of a good engage taken by the top side of the map for Cosmic Flow, but it looks like there might be another engage here, but no, Brahm's just going to throw up the shield and end up disengaging.
Yeah, so they actually have seeded a little bit of pressure here. They are on the wrong side of the pit, but Mark Hames is going to get the root off. Chimichangas takes some damage, and now they're going to clear out vision on the back side of the pit, meaning that Cosmic Flow does have to back off here.
Now this does kind of show just the advantages of blue side over red side. Even though red side you do get the counter pick, which can lead to some very important pressure throughout the game, on blue side you do have the priority entrance into that top side of the map, especially in the river. So when they were looking to kind of set up around this objective, it was very hard for Sensei Squad to kind of get in, especially when you have a champion like Caitlyn who's just so good at sieging.
Yeah, and I mean, even though Sensei Squad is both in gold and in objective control, they should be the better team here because they were on there, because they're the red team. They had to be on the wrong side of the Herald pit. So we do see that kind of like spun around on the dragon. However, it's a lot easier to fight over dragon just because of the, way that
the way
the map is set up. But I mean, it just means that Sensei Squad is a lot better. They should be a lot better at getting those dragons.
Yeah. And we'll have to see, kind of how that does progress throughout the game. Good ult there good shield there from Braum, stopping the Ezreal ult and saving USNC a little bit of health. Ezreal hasn't quite hit level 11, so that ult's not going to do as much damage, but still does a fair amount of damage.
Yeah, and Ezreal also has not finished his Triforce. He's got the Phage, so we know it's going to be a Triforce, not the Frozen Gauntlet. Iceborne Gauntlet.
Iceborne Gauntlet.
There we go.
I do think
Big
that...
Blue Fist.
I do... looks like there's an engage.
Yeah, knock up onto Nichols, but that's the only member they catch. He's channeling, he's got the Ignite down, he's stunned, and he goes down! And now Alarcion is in the back of the team, but Midnight Slushy is on his own in the back of Cosmic Flow. He's gonna lose his life, but Alarcion goes down as well. It's a 2-for-1. And, yeah, just a very sloppy engage by Sensei Squad.
Well, it was the engage from...
sloppy counter engage by Sensei
Cosmic
Squad.
Flow. We did see Sensei Squad. Vladimir did try and do a little bit of a counter engage right there, but I think that was more so just out of necessity as opposed to anything else. But it looks like a potential other engage might be
Shockwave is blown. Chimichangas misses the stun. He's going to jump in with the Morgana ultimate. He does not have a stopwatch though, but he doesn't die. Oh, that's that's one kill. Black Salt very low as well. Now Legion and Boosted Asian taking each other on. Legion goes down, and it looks like Boosted Asian is going to walk away with 2 kills.
Yeah, honestly, that was a pretty good kind of counter engage right there. That was kind of it. Definitely C-Flow was trying to push the advantage that they had gotten off the fight in the topside river. However, Waterbear managed to position pretty well, get up a fairly large channel of the Absolute Zero. Was not interrupted by Chimichangas because he did miss the absconded duct, so managed to get out a good amount, and then Boosted Asian doing a good amount of damage throughout that fight. We did see that the way that Morgana played that was able to kind of get some damage, and then following up on the route, Boosted Asian did throw out the Ezreal ult, got really good damage, I believe killed Chimichangas, and then also brought UNSC really low. So really good fight there to try and equalize kind of the poor fight that had gone on in the top side of the map.
And now that both teams have reset, the second Infernal Dragon of the game is on the plate, but it looks like Sensei Squad ceding to C-Flow because Alarcion got the teleport in, Nick Lulz did not, and now they are disengaging from this Grasping Roots, but UNSC steps too far forward, and Boosted Asian gets to pick up a free kill there.
Yeah, so Ezreal has finished the Triforce, has had his Manamune convert, is at a very strong point. Chimichangas might be in a bad place right now.
Yeah, he went into the back of the pit and didn't have flash, so...
Yeah, tried to get some damage down onto Ezreal, but just ended up getting collapsed upon and kind of sacrifices himself. Not doing nearly as well this second, these kind of latter parts of the game as he did at the beginning. I believe he was 3-1-3, 6-6-7 at this point, so definitely dying more than he's killing.
Yep, and now that means with the jungler down, Sensei Squad is going to go for this Baron. They don't have any mountains. They don't really have that much DPS, and that's going to be Mark Hames flashing into the back to keep them busy. Midnight Slushy jumping forward, going to get the double knockup. Nick Lulz using the Hemoplague. He's going to jump forward. Mark Hames loses his life, but that's going to be UNSC. That's going to be Vaxel. That's going to be Alarcion. Oh, wait, that was good. Legion. Sorry. UNSC is still alive on the run. Waterbear dodged away, and that's going to be the Absolute Zero onto him. Chimichangas jumps into the back of the fight. UNSC goes down. Chimichangas gets Boosted Asian, but he is going to go down in a second. No, he gets Waterbear before he dies.
Yeah, Chimichangas coming in, kind of saving a tiny bit of the disaster that was. They did pull them off of the Baron. However, it was just it was not the best idea to take a fight at that point. Of course, now Cosmic Flow weren't looking to engage that fight. It was, I believe, a flash engage coming up from Mark Hames. Very good. Actually, Dan did manage to get a 2-person stun off of the Dark Shackles, followed up by Midnight Slushy's ult, which does a really good amount of damage. Was kind of delayed because a very good 3-person Shockwave coming out of Legion, so they didn't die as quickly as they could have. Which did lead for some time for UNSC to kind of get there, followed up by Chimichangas. UNSC was essentially not a part of that fight, is at a very strong 2-item point, wasn't able to put any wasn't able to put any damage in. Also, Chimichangas was in the process of respawning. They were able to get 2 kills traded back, just based off the damage from Chimichangas, but definitely not as ideal as a fight as you would have hoped. And as we can see, Cosmic Flow is 6K gold down at this point.
Yeah. Sensei Squad using their 6K gold, but interestingly enough, they are at a disadvantage at dragons. They haven't really been able to find these dragon fights the same way that they've been able to find their leads on the other parts of the map.
Yep.
And I mean, Waterbear should be really good at taking dragons here because he's Nunu. That's what you expect Nunu to do all the time.
They did win that one fight with the first Infernal. I think the second Infernal, they did just end up not getting the smite. I do believe that was part of a fight. I don't think.
They backed off of that dragon and then gave Cosmic Flow the time to just take it.
Yeah. Which, with the gold lead that they have, if they're grouped as 5, I definitely think that they have the ability to just kind of be able to brute force this. Vladimir is, at 2 full items, working towards his 3rd, which looking like it's either going to be a Spellbinder or Death Cap, both of which would put him at a massively strong point.
Yeah.
I do think that they should, look to be aggressive in these 5v5s and not counter-engage so much. With Nunu, they do have the good ability, like some good engage options.
Yeah. Oh, USC!
That's a lot of damage.
Wow, that's a lot of damage. That's going to be the ultimate coming out from Nunu, and now Alarcion in the middle of the fight, taunted. He's going to go low. He might go down. Mark Hames, though, he uses the stopwatch. Waterbear uses his as well. That's going to be a kill on Chimichangas. Legion is the last one alive. He gets a 2-man shockwave, but Booster Nation jumps out of it. He's going to take Legion low and down. It's a 5-0 for Sensei Squad.
Yeah, you have to imagine how much different that fight would have been, though, if Legion were there at the beginning. It was a 4v5 or a 3v5 engage. Larcian was in the back line for a good amount of time, just kind of buying time, but unfortunately there was no one really to follow him up. Chimichangas did try and get there, but the great use of 2 stopwatches coming out from both Morgana and Galio, I believe, bought so much time and made it so Chimichangas couldn't do anything, and it looked like they're just going to end the game off this fight.
Yeah, they can just do it. They have the lead, and they do not have the people on the side of Seaflow, so that is going to be Sensei Squad taking it down the Nexus, bringing them to 2-0 this week.
Yeah, just honestly, some fumbles, I would say, coming out of Sensei Squad showed that there are still some ways to improve, but just generally they had such a just kind of latent gold lead that once they did finally find a pretty good fight, even though it was under tower, and then also Cosmic Flow's kind of disorganization and lack of communication meant that they weren't able to get a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, Sensei Squad, they just built their quiet lead, and then once they finally nutted up and said, okay, we're just going to win the fight now, they won because they had like 6,000 gold in their pockets that Cosmic Flow didn't. So that is going to be our first game of the day.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Sensei Squad, 2-0, already looking good.
Yeah.
Our next game is GSM. I don't know. I don't know what I wrote down.
It's a League of Legends game.
It is League of Legends. We're probably going to be playing League of Legends here. Let me get our. What's our next game? It is Crimson KC versus Resonant Nostalgia. So
yeah, we'll
don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Okay, hi guys. It's still me. I'm still not Cyrene.
And I'm still Riley Seeger's Funky Mama Seegers, here
Yeah.
to bring you another fantastic game of League of Legends.
And this fantastic game of League of Legends is between Resonant Nostalgia and Crimson KC.
Yeah, I believe that both of these teams lost last week,
They
so
did.
we'll be looking to find their first win. So yeah, here on the blue side of the map, we have Resonant Nostalgia. We have High Panda on Mordekaiser in the top lane. We have autofill support on Vi in the jungle. We have Dr. Smug on Vagar in the mid lane. And then Sphinx and the Thrillionaire on Tristana Nautilus in the bot lane.
Meanwhile, on the red side, we have Crimson KC, C9 Boer in the top lane on Fiora. We've got I'm Lefty in the jungle on Sejuani. Vivitar on Zed in the mid lane, and our bot lane, Fargo and Flaygod playing Lucian and Karma.
Yeah. I would like to point out that Boar here on Project Fiora, which is the skin that all pro Fioras use. You know, it's the one that...
I mean, it is Project Fiora.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. The one that is the most skillful of all the Fiora skins. So I do have to say I am very interested to see what's going to happen in this top lane.
I don't know, there's something I like about, you know, just pool noodle, just whack, 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 Fiora.
Okay. Well, you are entitled to your opinion.
I mean, I don't play Fiora, so I just like seeing it blap, blap, blap.
Yeah. I do think this is an interesting matchup because Boar with the riposte does have the ability to counter the fairly easy to riposte pull coming in from Mordekaiser. However, one thing that Fiora will have to contend with is Mordekaiser does very much want his enemies to kind of be right on top of him to get as much damage out from this Darkness Arise, which also is a fair amount of his healing from the Conqueror procs. So it will be interesting because Boar also wants to be right on top of Mordekaiser as well to get the vital procs and a heal from the Grand Challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is just Boar's lane to win or lose as he plays it, because, I mean, you've got so many projected, like, easily projected abilities from High Panda. Like, Mordekaiser is not by any means a subtle champion.
No.
And Boar's got so much ability to just dance around him, so if he does that correctly, this could be a really easy lane for him. But every time he screws up, High Panda is gonna get some massive damage on him, and sneaky little thing here, and now Boar, he is going to take a lot of damage here from High Panda, but he gets the stun off the Vital proc. You might see High Panda flash. We see Boar flash for first blood.
Yeah, got quite a few good Vital procs there, but then also was able to riposte the Claw, as we were talking about. Did manage to get the stun, and at that point was able to then do the damage to be able to kill High Panda, who does TP back into the top lane.
And now Thrillionaire flashes onto Fargo, is not going to get the... he does, actually, and now... Wow, Sphinx gets the kill, just blew up that Lucian there. Now Flaygod is on his own.
Yeah. Good kind of engage right there, able to kill the Lucian. Lucian Karma is a fairly impressive lane because of all the damage that can come out. But again, Boar getting aggressive onto the top lane.
Yeah, Thrillionaire, I mean, he played that really well. You know that you can't, like, it's really hard to get a Q off onto Lucian.
Yeah. Because
he's so slippery. He's got his dash that's just super easy to dodge away from a super projected hook. So what you do, you flash on him, you root him, and then he dashes away immediately. Then, once he's already dashed, you can kill him. And now autofill support is here to kill Flaygod.
Again, this is twice in about maybe
a minute
and a half that autofill support came bot on this buy, and that, you know, nets them 2 kills, which is honestly fantastic, exactly what you need, because the Tristana will scale harder than the Lucian into the late game because she will have so much higher auto attack range. It will just have a much higher, you know, margin of execution. So doing very well to try and get Sphinx and the Thrillionaire ahead, because if the Thrillionaire gets ahead, he will become so tanky that really Flaygod and Fargo can't do anything into him. And if Sphinx gets ahead, he'll do so much damage that, you know, Fargo will have difficulty dealing with him as well.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. It's September. I forgot to mention September on either of the first 2 parts of the thing. Well, High Panda, though, he might be dead here if Boar doesn't keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it takes a lot of damage from minions, though. Goes down to about 50 HP.
Health. Yeah, you gotta watch yourself here. It's September, everybody. So gift a sub, buy a sub. Tier 1 subs are 50% off currently for
fun.
all of, well, not all of September. It's like to the 27th, I think. But you get 10% extra bits whenever you cheer, so do that. You get half off tier 1 subs, so do that. And we had 2 subs. Oh, thank you, Psycho, for subscribing for 7 months. And we had 2 people sub during the first game that I forgot to call out. Thank you to... Wait a minute. Thank you to 40 Junior Pilot. Ari Panda gifted him a sub, and I believe that's Karista. And thank you, Woohoojin. I think that one's PPC09. Oh, thank you, Banana, for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to Crimson Exotic, Wing Nation, D-Long, and Himana, and AFS Alarm, and oh my god, Psycho gifting tier 1 subs. Thank you for gifting subs to Otso, Odesu, and Silverhammer, and Boar is going very low here against High Panda.
Yeah, he's still staying around, though. We'll have to see if he just ends up dying because of these kind of, massive cojones that he's playing with.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to, like, give up too much lane pressure, but also at the same time, you don't want to die, and now Flaygod, he might just be dead here. He gets one more hit. That's going to be the bomb going off and not killing thanks to the heal from Fargo. Now Sphinx is in trouble. He has to flash away and use his heal. Thrillionaire jumps back, and it's going to be no blood here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good kind of, ability to get away there from Flaygod. Doesn't die with the heal coming out from Fargo. The bomb.
Oh!
Sphinx.
Steal comes from Lefty, and now autofill support. One more hit, it might do it. One auto attack. Oh! Autofill support gets away.
That is just feels bad from Sejuani, but coming around, I think it'll be really difficult. However, Nautilus is there, can provide some good peel.
Boar has the Tiamat, so High Panda is dead. The teleport came in, and Mordekaiser didn't run fast enough.
Yeah. One of the benefits, though, of being able to play so kind of with such risk and staying for so long does mean he does eventually get to back with TP and has a very effective item with Tiamat and an additional longsword, does a lot of damage, and just dies to the Fiora as she comes back.
Yeah, he stayed to E the Fiora, which I don't think that was very smart, because at, best case scenario, you pull Fiora closer, which doesn't really work out in your favor, and worst case scenario, you don't pull Fiora closer, and you've used, actually worst case scenario is he riposted it, but yeah.
Riposted, yeah. He did land a riposte, but I think it was only a slow. I didn't think it actually connected the stun.
Yeah, he didn't get in fast enough. Now Vivitar going on to Dr. Smug. That should be enough. No, not enough. Wow, what was I thinking? He's got one longsword, and now autofill support is on top of him. One auto attack. He's slowed by the red buff. One auto attack will get those denting blows. Lefty's here, and autofill support.
Barrier did do well to help Dr. Smug there survive. However, this is a matchup that we haven't talked about at all this game. Zed is considered very good into Veigar because he can just kind of jump around that,
and jump around
the baby
too,
cage.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's all baby cages, so there are no dashes to be interrupted by the baby cage.
Say baby cage one more time, I dare you.
Baby cage. But as we can see, built up over 30 CS of a lead at this point, doing very well pressuring onto this Veigar. Is about to back, will get his first lethality item, probably two,
Hex Drinker and
the first Dirk.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So some protection and some damage, which when you have a lead this high, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, just
because
remember,
he can
kids,
afford it.
Always get protection. Don't stick your Dirk in raw. You should see his face. Oh, come on. That was good.
Well,
oh, wow. What the hell just happened? Dr. Smug is here.
Yeah. So, I'll try and recover from that one, everyone. But, Dr. Smug has gone to the top lane, did try and get what looked to be a baby cage down onto the Fiora. Does not work. Fiora does, manages to be fine. However, goes in.
Grand Challenge comes out. Dr. Smug is going to be stunned immediately. Boar is on a killing spree. He's going to get Panda as well for the double kill.
Yeah.
4-0.
Really good there coming out from the Fiora. Boar does manage to kind of dash out of the from the Event Horizon. Is that what it's called?
Horizon,
from
yes.
Event Horizon. And because of that, Boar's right on top of him, does manage to get a few vital procs by using the ultimate. We do see a TP coming out from High Panda. We'll see if he'll be able to protect the turret. It looks like he does as Sejuani and Fiora start to back off.
It's easy to remember the Event Horizon because once you pass the Event Horizon, you can't come back.
Yeah.
That's unless you're Zed, of course, in which case you really don't care.
Yeah. So just well played there from Fiora, who is 4-0.
Sneaky jumps onto Fargo. That's going to get the hit. Sphinx taking a lot of damage here. Going to force the heal, but he's going to go down anyway. To the last tick of Ignite, Flay God gets the kill. That's going to be the flash away by the Trillionaire.
Yeah, that was just...
Oh, but he gets the re-engage onto the Flay God, and I think he didn't want to do that because the heal was still available, and Trillionaire goes down.
Yeah, it did seem to have a fair amount of damage, just not enough damage to be able to get the kill. And then also Fargo using the heal does kind of stop any of the aggression trying to come out there.
Dr. Smug has used the Event Horizon. That's going to be the engage. The barrier comes out. Oh, but the stopwatch. Vivitar might be in trouble here. He's going to go down to the turret.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a misplay or an outplay. I do think it was a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Vivitar went in, and he didn't really have any of his abilities. He was just trying to kind of auto-attack him under tower. And Dr. Smug, having the stopwatch, does manage to immune pretty much all of that damage. And Vivitar, I think his first shadow.
His first shadow disappeared.
His first shadow disappeared, wasn't able to get out, stuck under turret, just takes so much turret damage and dies. Honestly, exactly kind of what Dr. Smug needed to maybe try and get some pressure in this game. But still so far behind, 40 CS behind.
Yeah, he's 40 CS behind. One kill is not going to do it, but maybe an Infernal will help alleviate some of that pain.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, Crimson Casey is 4,000 gold up at 12 minutes.
Yeah, this is rough. I mean, most of that is in the hands of Boar. He's got 35 CS or 25 CS because I can do math. 25 CS and 4 kills, and actually he might just be. Yeah, he's basically his team's entirely.
He's 3,000 gold up. I would assume that a lot of that gold is also stacked onto Zed because he is 45 CS up as well. Now, some of that lead is kind of negated by the fact that he did decide to pick up Hex Drinker, kind of indexing for that safety against the Veigar. I mean, he does not have his first completed, say, Youmuu's or Duskblade of Drakthar. So is kind of playing for that increased security, but it looks like there might be a little bit of fight up here around the Rift Herald.
Yeah, they do push autofill support away. High Panda's here, but I don't think he can really do much. I mean, he's 0-3. He's got 2-3 components of items.
Yeah. He does have a fair amount of damage just packed into his kit.
Oh.
Especially with the passive. However, that is a route that lands.
And that's the double knock-up onto Fargo and Flay God. Fargo gonna go low. Fargo gonna go down.
Yeah.
But Boar is here. Watch out, Sphinx.
Oh.
He didn't have time to watch out. Now Trillionaire is gonna try and jump away, but Boar gets the second kill.
Yeah, Boar, went straight for a Triforce. It's doing so much damage. As we can see, Sphinx just gets absolutely deleted. Was fairly low, but just off of the... very good. Did reset the auto attack using the lunge, and then followed by the E, which resets your auto attack timer, and is doing so much damage here onto this turret with Triforce procs.
He is 4,000 gold ahead of his lane opponent, and that's gonna be autofill support getting engaged on by that's a lot of damage, and the flash forward. He is going to get one more attack possibly.
Does get a shield.
And now Vivitar is caught by the Trillionaire. Lefty gets the kill. Trillionaire onto I'm Lefty. Dr. Smug is here. The ultimate... Wait, the ultimate was used. Okay, yeah.
Feels bad by Dr. Smug. Does flash there trying to get the kill onto I'm Lefty, who does end up dying anyway to Trillionaire.
Boar is here. Trillionaire is dead. Vivitar gets the kill onto that one. Dr. Smug jumping forward. He uses the Primordial Burst, but he doesn't get it. Dr. Smug is going to go down here to Boar. Sphinx over the wall. And he flashes away in his own base.
Yeah, unfortunately, Resident Nostalgia just can't go into their own jungle. the Crimson KC is so far ahead at this point with so much damage coming out of Fiora. Sejuani also doing fairly well, and a lot of damage coming out of Zed. They just can't go into their own jungle, and it's dying.
If you can't see Boar, chances are he's right behind you.
Yeah. And if you can't see Boar in color, it's probably because he killed you.
Yeah.
And you're at the black and white screen.
So they are going to get this inner turret here, pushing their turret lead to three turrets to nothing, and 8,000 gold at 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Now,
I would have said that they could have taken that fight 2v3 even if it was under tower. However, Boar didn't have any mana at that point, so it would have been a very idea. Also, without having his ultimate, it would have been a very bad idea to try and engage onto Furionaire, who could have locked you down since inability to riposte since you had no mana, and Sphinx, who just can jump away with the rocket jump.
And now Sphinx does have the full completed Infinity Edge plus a little more crit. So, I mean, you're playing the RNG again at that point, and with Tristana's auto attack speed, you probably lose that gamble.
Yeah, we will. You know, unfortunately though, that was a momentary period of weakness. And I just don't think that they'll be able to. You know, Rift Herald dropped. They'll probably be able to push this for most likely 2 towers, and it's just not looking great right now for Resident Nostalgia.
Yeah, I mean, Crimson KC is just strong. That's that's what I'm gonna say. Crimson KC is very strong right now. They get the second charge of the Herald off, and Boar is well, he's gonna riposte, but he doesn't actually hit anyone. He's gonna go very low, and he actually goes down here. He's the only one dead so far. High Panda uses the ultimate on the Vivitar. He might win this, possibly. He is going to win it. Thrillionaire, though, maybe jumps too far forward. He's gonna not lose his life. Flay God goes down. Tristana jump in. She can reset, but I don't think he's going to. It's a 3-for-0.
Yeah. Honestly, and that was a 3-for-0 against a team that was previously 8,000 gold ahead.
Yeah.
They have managed to push that down to what I think is a 7,000 gold lead. So they did get about 1,000 gold back. And honestly, that was probably just the bounty come off of Fiora right there.
Yeah.
Fiora, like you said, did kind of waste their post, did get locked down by autofill support, and did just kind of die to the damage coming out from Sphinx and Dr. Smug. At the same time, High Panda was able to kind of 1v1 Zed by taking him into the Death Realm. Death Realm did use his flash in a kind of interesting way.
I saw that. I was like, did he just do that to kind of like...
I think he tried to get like...
Vivitar's auto spacing, like...
I think he tried to get like one proc of his passive off onto him. I'm not entirely sure. However, it does manage to get the kill and stay alive. So a desperately needed team fight win. I do think if they had lost that, I do think they probably would have lost their inhibitor.
Yeah. And, well, but it's still only 17.5 minutes, so it's not like there's a Baron anywhere on the map.
And their respawn timers aren't long enough for them to be able to end the game at this point.
This is the kind of thing that you've got Tristana and Vigar on your team, so you're like, basically just, you're thankful that the lead is this big this early, because at least you can still, like, bring it back. Because if you lose anyone in 10, if you lose anyone in 10 minutes from now...
Yeah.
That's probably it. Like, yeah.
I'm still not sure I'd be thankful. Sphinx does, however, pick up his second item. Is 3, 2, and 1 kind of, I would say, is their only saving grace at this point.
Yeah.
Was actually doing a fair amount of damage in that team fight. Did get some jump resets. He is kind of their win condition. However, he's still only level 9. And you look at, across the map,
Boar's 12.
Boar's level 12. If Boar gets onto Sphinx and he doesn't have jump, I would say this is a very dangerous place to be.
Yeah, that's. I believe that would be dead zone. That's.
Yeah.
Flay God is caught. Flay God is definitely dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna. Yeah. The event horizon is strong.
Yeah.
It's a good ability.
That was just bad positioning from Flay God.
My hot
was kind of up there alone. Yeah, Flay God was kind of just up there alone. And should have been, kind of aware that could have happened. As someone who is constantly caught out of position, I know how that feels.
I can neither confirm nor deny that statement, but Boar is in the cage. He is going to get knocked up by the Assault and Battery, and he's going to go very low. High Panda gets the kill onto the Sejuani. Boar goes down. Sphinx goes down. Vivitar at least gets that one back for his team.
Yeah, they do lose Boar and I'm Lefty. But at the same time, they did get Sphinx. Vitar doing a good job being able to get onto the backline and able to kill down Tristana, who, as we talked about, is kind of their win condition. However, this is another one team fight coming out from Resident Nostalgia, and they're crawling their way back. Kind of what was an 8,000 gold lead is now a 6K gold lead. So this is, of course, nowhere near an even game state, but it is something that Resident Nostalgia can look to maybe build a comeback on.
With the sample size of the last 4 minutes, Resident Nostalgia is kicking ass and taking names. With the sample size of the rest of the game, Resident Nostalgia is scraping by in this fight area, scraping by and maybe trying to mount a comeback here.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one is more telling.
It's just, honestly, the way the map is set up, if Crimson KC wins a team fight, I would say the next time they win a big team fight probably spells the end of the game, because they can automatically transition to Baron.
Yep.
And with that power, they should be able to just push through, win another team fight, and end the game. However, Resident Nostalgia has to win these team fights then.
Yeah,
it becomes
every
a do
single
or
fight,
die.
yeah.
Because if they lose a team fight, their ability to exist in this game just goes down.
What was that thing that the back when Margaret Thatcher was the UK's prime minister? Oh, actually, Flaygod might just be dead. No, okay. High Panda is back out of the Death Realm, and okay. It's like okay. So High Panda dies, but what was the thing that back when Margaret? Oh, thank you, Psycho, for gifting a tier 1 sub to a Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
That is your 12th gift sub in this channel.
Yeah, we do love jelly rolls. So
Jelly rolls are delicious and squishy.
So thank you for bringing this to our attention. That the importance of jelly rolls. But no, what were you saying about Margaret?
Yeah.
Thatcher?
So when the Irish Republican Army was trying to kill her, like with car bombs and stuff, she said
As they
something.
do.
Yeah. She said something about like, oh well, when are you going to get you're just looking to get lucky, and the IRA sent a message back that said, you need to be lucky every time. We only need to be lucky once.
Yeah. Well, the IRA.
Boar is into the middle of the thing. He's got Dr. Smug on the ropes. That's going to be autofill support going very low. Dr. Smug goes down. Boar is still alive. Thrillionaire is going to go down as well. The jump away by Sphinx. He's slowed. He heals. He flashes. But it's a 3-0 for Crimson KC.
Massive flank coming out from Boar. Does so much damage. Essentially one-shot Smug. Does buy some time with the Zanya's Hourglass, but can't do anything to save himself in the long run. And they're going to be pushing down. I don't think they can take the base just because of the... Although they are going on High Panda.
Boar jumps onto High Panda. He is going to get one more, possibly. I'm Lefty is under both Nexus turrets. Fargo gets the kill. I'm Lefty gets another turret shot, but that's an inhibitor.
Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. I would say I was incorrect in saying they couldn't take the base, because they come in and they take the tower. They do kill High Panda. They take the inhibitor, and it looks like they might. I'm Lefty is fairly low, so I don't think that they can go in and take the Baron. But of course, I've been wrong before.
I think they do need to do a full reset here. I mean, Boar's on the bot side of the map. You got Fargo backing. I'm Lefty should go back, because otherwise, okay, he's gonna go back.
Yeah, so they are gonna back. I do think they should at this point start setting up around the Baron. They are very strong. They have brought it back up to an 8,000 gold lead. So they did kind of undo all the hard work that Resident Nostalgia had done over the past 5 minutes in about a 1 minute span.
Yeah.
And
again, sample size. In the last minute, there's no way the Crimson KC loses this game. Ari's flirting with you again.
Back to the game. As we can see.
Why don't we talk about your game, am I right?
Back to the game. It does look like, however, Sejuani is clearing her bot side jungle. They do have, on the side of Crimson KC, they do have a fair amount of control wards around the Baron area. However, I do think the Scuttle Crab has gone to Resident Nostalgia, which will provide some much needed vision in this time where Baron is such a threat.
And there have been no mountains this game, so it's not like, like Fargo is strong. He's 3, 2, and 5. He's got 2.5 items, but he's not that strong. He's still needs a little bit of help, like for DPS when taking the Baron.
But see, when you have the damage coming out of a Triforce Fiora, who does have, you know, the sustain coming out from Death's Dance.
Yeah, you're looking at Fiora needs to be there for the Baron, and we might be seeing. So it's the bait, but it's not really a bait because Resonant Nostalgia knows, but autofill support is going to jump away. Board dodges the Death's Grasp.
Yep, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge does kind of. I do think they maybe could have committed a little bit harder to that intent, and it does look like they are going back to
once they figured out that Resonant Nostalgia was pulling sneaky with that ward there, they are going to be able to get this pretty easily.
Yeah, Resonant Nostalgia does back. They have to clear the minions in their base, and this is just a free Baron coming out for Crimson KC.
And now they can play this like one of two ways. They could go for the 4-1, or maybe even like 1-3-1 with Vivitar in the bot lane. Or you can just put on your big boy pants, run it down mid, and kill them.
And that's kind of, it looks like what they might be deciding to do. They do have everyone kind of running down the mid lane, except for Sejuani, who has split up to kind of look toward the top lane. There is TP on board, so I do think they could, as you were saying, try to do the 1-3-1. But we will see if they decide to kind of just... how they decide to kind of assign these lanes.
Wait, what am I talking about? Why would you do a 1-3-1? The middle inhibitor's down. I'm an idiot. You just 1-4 with 4 in the top lane, everyone else in the bot lane. Or swap it the other way around.
Yeah. So it does look like they're sending 4 people to the top lane, and they are sending Fiora down to the bot lane. As I said, she does have TP, so she can join a fight. They can join a fight if something does break out. Sorry, everyone. I have pretty bad allergies today, so kind of stuffed up. But however, it does look like they're a little bit of engage going on to I'm Lefty. However, takes about 4 in damage.
Yeah, he has his Warmogs. He has 1 billion health. You can't do that. Unless you're going to burst him all the way down. Can join the fart. I heard that too. Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything, but chat pointed it out. That is going to be the last inner turret going down. It's a 7-1 turret lead, and 10,500 gold. Boar is just gonna take this mid inhibitor, or this bot turret. He doesn't care about High Panda. Oh, but Vivitar does kill
Sphinx goes down.
Autofill support is gonna go down as well. That's gonna be Dr. Smug caught by the ultimate from Sejuani, and now Nautilus is down. The pop by Dr. Smug, but Lefty has, Lefty actually might just kill Flagon. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, Boar
is taking pretty much the entire bot side of the base.
I think I'm Lefty has found Dr. Smug. That's gonna be the flash forward by Boar. He's gonna okay.
Yeah. I would like to talk about the massive display of skill that we did see coming out from Dr. Smug right there. The flash ultimate onto Lucian to make sure they get that kill. However, it is not enough. And as we can see, Crimson KC does take this game with a 13,000 gold lead.
Yeah. The kill score doesn't say 13,000, but Boar's kill score says 13,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Immense display of skill. Point and click button by the Vigar.
Yes.
Yes.
So
we're gold. Skill is different for us. Having fingers counts as skill.
Unfortunately, they just couldn't build up enough time to try and scale. Vivitar was able to just delete Sphinx in that last fight, wasn't able to put out any damage despite having 2.5 items, and just unfortunately weren't able to claw their way back into this game after getting massively behind in the early game.
So congratulations to Crimson KC putting themselves on the board against Resonant Nostalgia, and we will be back with our next game, which is GSM versus... I really need to write these down instead of keeping them on my phone in the announcement channel. GSM Plat versus the Peen Pals. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Ready for the Peen Pals.
Siren's still not here, but he said he's like on the way and like almost here, so I think we might just go to like a pause screen until he gets back, because I want to go home, honestly. I only signed up to cover for one game, and I have some tailgating to do, because it's football day. Oh, wait, I should probably turn that music off.
It's really, the truth is David hates me.
I cannot stand to be around this guy. It just, our lane phase is too much. It's too much for me. I can't do it. Sorry. Hey Vid, if you put some milk on your upper lip. Okay, look, I have black hair. I shaved yesterday, and if I shave too much, my lip gets all irritated because I'm a little Asian boy with soft skin. Thanks. I needed that.
Okay, so we will go to a pause screen and quickly...
Or we'll just do a bunch of ASMR.
Oh, okay.
That's what good pussy sounds like. Yep. Thanks, Ari. I love you too. Okay, let's not.
I agree, Scrambles. This is quality streaming.
Thanks for unsubbing Allure. Wait, you didn't even buy your own sub. That was psycho.
You're playing with somebody else's sub.
Don't do psycho like that. That was him. He did that for you. How do I take back my gifts? If only. That's not how gifts work.
Yes. My people shouldn't have to tolerate this.
I'm gonna text Siren and see where he is, because if he's not gonna be here for another 10 minutes, then you almost here.
This is quality production, everyone. This is the highest level of production coming to you from Oklahoma.
From beautiful Norman, Oklahoma, where it's game day, which is why I cast on Sundays so that I don't have to do it on game day.
I'm just saying, nobody else could bring you the quality content that we are providing right now.
At least no one in this room. No one else in this room could do it.
Yeah. Shall we sing the Oklahoma chant?
Well, that's not the...
I know, but I want to do the chant.
Like Boomer Sooner?
Okay, yeah.
No,
the alma mater.
You get out of here with
I
your
want to do the alma mater
crap. No. This is a Boomer Sooner house. Here, take this. You made me cover for way longer than I wanted to. I have homework and tailgating to do.
Enjoy.
All right.
Fun. Are we live right now?
Yeah.
Hi, you guys.
We finished 2 games already, and we were just doing ASMR into the mic before you got here.
No, can they hear? Oh, yeah. Hi.
Yeah, the mic's live. Everyone's,
GSM versus Peen Pals?
This is GSM Peen Pals.
Nice.
Yeah, I gave you the good game.
Nice, I'm glad.
See you, boys.
Bye.
So, in case y'all were wondering, I'm Noah Siren Hassoun.
And I'm still Riley Seegers, Funky Mama Seegers.
Yep.
Even though Ari didn't recognize my voice earlier, still hurts.
It's fine. It's fine. Do you want to remind me who won Game 1 and Game 2?
No.
Let's get into the game, shall we? So, on the blue side, we have GSM Platinum Division. In the top lane, we have Daddy's Milk on Shen. In the jungle, we have Huni on Gragas. In the mid lane, we have the Leroy on Syndra. And in the bot lane, we have Karisuta and Ari Panda on Vayne Nami.
And on the red side, we have the glorious Peen Pals, the Pals of the Peen. And we have Reiselhoff on Vladimir, Reiselhoff on Vladimir in the top lane. We have No Mind on Lee Sin in the jungle. We have True Fury on Karthus in the mid lane. I don't know what that jungler is doing in the mid lane, so obviously some kind of visual bug. And then we have True Magic on...
I hate you. Karthus is a mid laner, don't at me.
We have True Magic on Xayah, and we have Chex Mixin on Yuumi sharing the bot lane.
So we are seeing a Yuumi Xayah. I'm going to assume Rakan was banned because we don't see a Rakan this game.
Or Yumi's just a broken champion, and Chex Mixin is doing her best to take advantage of that brokenness.
Yeah, I mean, Yuumi has seen a few nerfs recently. She still is a strong champion, can keep your ADC or whoever you're on alive very well. Although Yumi's only real delivery system this game is going to be that Lee Sin. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how well you can rely on No Mind on his engages. I would have liked to see something a bit more like just I would like to see a team that wants to run in something like a Rammus or something instead of the Lee Sin, but I think the Lee Sin pick should be fine.
Yeah, I do think that, maybe this isn't an awful idea because Yumi, as we know, does have the skill shot that she can control, which can be very helpful against someone like Vayne, who can fairly easily dodge straight line skill shots.
Yes. But we are just seeing we were seeing the AFK Yumi of just kind of sitting on your ADC, not really doing much for a bit. My favorite way to play Yumi is say, hey, I'm going to the bathroom for 5 minutes, don't die.
Yeah. I will say that Vayne is typically considered pretty decent into Xayah because she can just tumble out of the feathers.
Yeah.
So we will see if and also Vayne Nami.
But Daddy's Milk is doing a lot of damage on that Shen. Like, that was about half of Vladimir's health.
Fairly good damage. But as I was saying, Vayne Nami can be a fairly annoying lane to lane against because they do have the good sustain, and then also Nami can buff Vayne's auto attack, so even she will have the passive making her faster towards enemies, but then also the enemy can't run away because of the slow.
Yes, I agree. That is definitely going to be a bit tough. Daddy Smoke also missing the siege minion.
Unfortunately, got some good damage, but then used all of his skill ability for the game.
Oh, but we do have Huni here. That's going to be True Magic using his flash. The slow on Huni is now going on. Huni uses his flash. The exhaust and ignite come out on him. True Magic going extremely low. Doesn't have anything, and that's going to be first blood and going over to carry Suda. But now Chuck's mixing is ignited. She's trying to get out, and that's going to be the double kill.
That is massive.
Going over to carry Suda.
On a carry like Curry Suda, who is on this Vayne, who can do so much damage, getting 2 early kills is absolutely massive in helping just make sure that they will have pressure throughout this bot side of the map.
So we are seeing Huni playing Gragas. Last week we saw him playing Dr. Mundo. Do we think he just likes AP junglers, or is it just because he wants to play them? But that's going to be another just half health chunk from Reiselhoff. Reiselhoff?
Sure. No, I will say he didn't build AP on Mundo. He did.
Yeah, but but Ari Panda gets extremely low and has to flash away, and Huni's here again. That's going to be Chex Mixon stunned up, and she's just going to go down.
Yeah, that's
going to be the ignite on True Magic as well. Leroy's going to get executed, and True Magic is going to survive.
Yeah. No, that's just something you can't do when you're playing against a Vayne, which is what Chex Mixon did. Walked right up next to a wall. Just an easy condemn. Yumi is so squishy with the Gragas being there. Just dies.
Yeah, very good. Carry Suta is very big at 2-0-1. That's going to be another Shen taunt from Daddy's Milk. Doesn't use the Q to get the blocked damage because it was on cooldown.
But he is trying his best.
Hey, he's doing well against what is considered one of the best top laners right now in the meta. Vladimir, I want to say the top 4 top laners are Vladimir, Renekton, Mordekaiser, and I don't even remember what the 4th one was.
Either way, Daddy's Milk is doing a fairly good job. We'll be able to catch up a little bit on the CS here by killing these waves. And can, if he decides to, get some items and then TP back in. But right now is just looking to farming, trying to catch up the CS deficit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we are going to be seeing a lane gank coming in from No Mind, but Carry Suda and Ari Panda both have vision on him in that bush, so it doesn't look like it's going to be successful anytime soon.
Yeah, if they can play to just try and waste his time, they can turn this definitely into a
they
a
definitely
win.
are getting help from Huni right now. That's going to be the Predator coming out right now. Chex Mixon not going to be able to land the slow. That's going to be the knockup onto Xayah, but that's going to be the TP coming in. Xayah's in the bubble. Huni gets the kill, but now Vladimir's here, but Daddy's Milk is also coming in. He also came, and that's going to be Lee Sin going down.
Yeah, really big bubble there from Ari Panda.
Oh, that's going to be another bubble. Huni get the knockup, but Vladimir is going to be able to pull and get out. And so, I was going to say that Daddy's Milk teleported, but he actually used the Stand United because he was level 6.
Yeah, so Daddy's Milk does use the Stand United, where Reiselhoff does have to TP into the fight. However, because I believe that the channel for Stand United is shorter than Reiselhoff, does get there a tiny bit quicker, and manages to get a very good taunt. Honestly, just very good CC overall coming out from most of the members of, from all of the members really, of GSM, you know, with the Condemn, landed some good bubbles. There was definitely a very good body slam. And honestly, with all of this CC, True Magic wasn't really able to do anything that fight, just constantly CC'd, does eventually die. And so very good fight from GSM with target selection and just making sure they knew
that's going to be another bubble landed by Ari Panda. That's going to be the Ignite coming out. But True Magic is going to be condemned and is going to be able to make it out just fine.
What Karasuda did right there was just try to proc the silver bolts, get the true damage. So what he did is he got 2 autos.
Well, real quick, No Mind is here right now. He is looking for a Q onto Ari Panda, but is going to miss. That's going to be the condemn onto No Mind as well. That's going to stop their engage.
Yeah. So as I was saying, what he did earlier is he did an auto into tumble into
the condemn for the silver bolt
which
passes.
proc silver bolts is a fairly easy way to kind of get some of that damage down. However, it is very costly mana-wise, which is why you can't do it. As we saw, Karasuda, after using those tumbles and then having to condemn again onto the Lee Sin to kind of stop that gank, had no mana and did have to back. You know, did have some gold, was a good time to back, but really wouldn't have been able to stay super effectively without having that mana. Would have been much less safe without the ability to condemn should someone have tried to engage.
That is going to be the pool coming out from Reiselhoff right now. It does, so that pool cooldown's about 21 seconds, but it doesn't look like Huni is going to be coming, because Huni is right now in the mid lane fighting True Fury, but Ari Panda gets raided up by True Magic. And I think True Fury flashed away, but we got to see that off screen.
Okay. Yeah, so Ari Panda does finally miss a bubble. She's been very good at landing the bubbles these games, however, does pay for it. It takes a lot of damage because as she was pushing forward to try and get the bubble onto True Magic, there were quite a few feathers that were able to come down.
No Mind is here right now, but that's going to be the exhaust coming out onto the mid laner. The Leroy is in a lot of trouble trying to kill True Fury, but isn't able to pick it up in time.
Yeah, does get the kill too, which is very good. You know,
very good if you're Peen Pals.
If you're Peen Pals, of course. So, Karthus does scale very well. You know, will do so much damage with the Requiem and with the Skittles later on, with the Defile later on as the game goes.
Did you just call them Skittles?
They're Skittles. And
I'm disappointed in you.
Everyone is.
It's fine.
You missed it earlier. I said butter my butt and call me a biscuit. But as we continue out this game, will scale very well. Does finish Rod of Ages, which is just kind of further indexing towards this scaling.
So just looking at it, who do you think wins the late game? Do we see the hyper carry Vayne win the late game, or do we see the jungle / mid laner Karthus win the late game? But that's going to be a lot of damage coming out to True Magic. The Feather Storm is going to come out, but the Reek Feather Call, I want to say?
The Feather Call, yeah.
The Feather Call does not hit anyone, but that's going to be the stun onto True Magic as well.
Yeah.
True Fury.
Does
that
get
makes
a lot
so
of
much more sense.
A lot of good damage down onto True Magic. But
well, that is a lot of damage.
A lot of damage coming out.
That's going to be the heal from True Magic, and he still almost died.
Yeah. Does get some heals coming out from Yumi, which I believe her heal does scale with the missing health.
But Huni's back in the bot lane. Our LCS pro quit CG, came to join GSM Plat. That's also a lot of damage onto True Fury right now, but the Leroy doesn't have enough damage output to kill him yet.
Now, this is just, honestly, this is going super, super well for GSM in the bot lane because how far ahead this Vayne is. Vayne does do well into Karthus because she can tumbled to avoid the defile damage.
That's a lot of damage. That's going to be the ultimate. True Fury does not get the kill. The Requiem's coming out. You need to get the kill now. Oh my god. You need to. So that is going to be Karthus finally going down. The stopwatch having to be used by Leroy because the Leroy didn't have enough damage to kill True Fury. So if he managed to kill True Fury, Requiem would have gone on cooldown and it would have hit 0 people.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just really surprised with how... Now, I understand the Leroy does only have Lost Chapter. Not a whole bunch of AP packed into that item because it is a very versatile item. However, it just did way less damage than I was expecting, and so it got...
And that's a lot more damage than I was expecting from Daddy's Milk.
Yeah. Honestly, though...
Well,
was a lot closer than I thought it would have been.
You have to keep in mind that True Fury does have that Roa. That Roa is so much damage, and meanwhile...
Does pack some protective stats as well.
That is going to be the Hemo play coming out. That's also going to be No Mind here. That's going to be the ultimate, and No Mind is going to pick up the kill.
Actually did that fairly well, getting the kick and then managing to land the Resonating Strike, despite the fact that it looked like kicked him through some minions, so did kind of manage to get that Resonating Strike despite the fact that there were potentially some minions in the way. So good job from No Mind, kind of just punishing what was kind of aggressive play from Daddy's Milk. Had done very well in that engage previously, you know, getting a lot of damage down onto Reiselhoff, but
that's like going to be the ultimate coming out. Syndra is in a bit of a problem. Featherstorm and Feathercall get used, but the flash from Leroy keeps him safe.
Yeah, does use the ult. I'm not sure the ult right there was the best idea coming out from True Magic because there is a cast time involved.
Well, that is going to be No Mind engaging. That's going to be the Nami bubble. The bubble does not connect, however, but Karasuda does so much damage. It's now going on True Fury. True Fury is going to pick up Ari Panda, but he is going to go down, and Karasuda is going to get a 2-for-1 in the mid lane.
Really good condemn coming out from Karasuda right there. Gets it. Slams No Mind into that tiny little wall right there. So very good job. Does kind of delay the ability of No Mind to do anything and does go down to the damage coming out.
That is going to be Daddy's Milk engaging onto Reiselhoff. That's going to be the pull coming out. Huni is going to use the explosive cast, but Reiselhoff is going to flash it so that he gets pushed away.
Yeah, does look like they're going
but that's going to be the Predator. He doesn't have anything. That's going to be the Zanya. And Reiselhoff is going to make it out.
Yeah, really good Zanya's right there.
Potentially, they might still go for the dive.
Lee Sin is there to kind of help, does have kick and flash, so I think that would be a very difficult dive for them to make. However, I don't think they know that No Mind is there.
They have no clue. So Daddy's Milk gets the taunt off. That's going to be Daddy's Milk picking up the kill, but that's going to be No Mind getting, using his ultimate and getting the Resonating Strike and landing the Resonating Strike and getting the kill.
Daddy's Milk does just kill Reiselhoff so quickly that there's nothing really that Lee Sin can do. However, taking the trade makes a bad situation somewhat palatable.
Huni is here right now. It does a lot of damage, but Karasuda's damage is also just as big.
Yes, I would say that this is in the realm of yum damage.
Yum damage?
Just doing some yum damage. Vayne 5-0-2 has completed Bork, has a 500 gold bounty on his head.
I have a question for you. Why can't you be this good on Vayne?
My Vayne is best Vayne in A. I don't know.
That is going to be the Stand United coming out on Huni. Nothing's going to come from it. Kind of a waste.
Yeah. Was very aggressive play. However, it does get Daddy's Milk back up here, and it looks like, and they can convert this into taking the Rift Herald. Yes, exactly. Ult for Rift, just like Ari says.
It looks like they are going Reiselhoff getting a 2-man Hemo play. He does have to run away, but Huni's on the way. Reiselhoff now has checks mixing on her, and that's going to be the shutdown going over to Zaya. No Mind trying to get out, but is most likely going to go down to Daddy's Milk or Ari Panda. Ari Panda going extremely low, but she does pick up this kill. The Requiem coming out now. Now the Leroy trying to get out. That's going to be the flash, the Feather Call. That is going to be a triple kill for True Magic.
Yeah, they get the Rift Herald, but they really hard commit onto Reiselhoff, who with the Go Fast rune, what's the fast rune called? Swift the
Phase Rush?
Phase Rush. With Phase Rush,
Yeah, what's the rune that makes you go fast?
Phase Rush.
The Sonic rune.
That one, yeah.
Gotta go fast.
Storm Raider Surge is all that I can think about, but I know
Gotta
it's not
go
that
fast.
anymore. Gotta go fast. But with the ability to pool, and then also with the Phase Rush, does manage to buy a lot of time for the rest of his team to collapse, and they are able to win this fight despite the fact that they give up the Rift Herald, but honestly also got a shutdown onto Karasuda, which was a 500 gold shutdown. So just really good fight there, coming out from True Magic getting the triple kill.
Yeah, True Magic does have about 24 CS over Karasuda right now. But in the long run, he's only 400 gold down, which is really good, seeing as Karasuda is 6-1 and 2.
However, I do think a lot of that was from the gold that he just got. I don't think he had that gold at the beginning of the fight, which makes the fight that he did even more impressive, being able to... Oh, stole the crab.
Just Syndra things.
Syndra things.
Just Syndra things.
Yeah. But looking like they are trying to maybe take this Cloud Drake.
Daddy Smoke is in the top lane. He does have teleport available to him, but Xayah is just going to use the Feather Call and able to secure the Cloud Drake.
Yeah, we do see the end of the GS.
Vape Drag, hashtag Vape Nash.
Okay, moving on. Don't vape, apparently it is. Okay. Moving on.
That's gonna be
now they
Rift
are dropping
Herald.
Rift Herald. And they can try. Oh,
that's going to be the stun onto True Fury, but the explosive cast knocks him in. Karasuda gets the kill. Ari Panda misses the bubble on a non-moving target.
Honestly, though, that was a really good cast coming out from Puni. Leroy didn't do too much damage.
That's going to be the stun and the condemn onto Vladimir. The wave coming out as well to keep True Magic away. But that's going to be Chex Mix and ulting. Reiselhoff does a lot of damage. Ari Panda might go down, but not enough damage coming out from Reiselhoff yet. Daddy Smoke now taping in. Syndra trying to do what she can to do damage, but she only has a lost chapter and a blasting wand. Doesn't even have a full item yet.
Feels bad.
The Requiem! The Requiem kills the Leroy.
Yeah.
Just
Karthus things. Really good there. Actually, I'm very impressed with how No Mind played that last fight. Karasuda went fairly deep, condemning Vladimir onto his own turret. No Mind was able to come in, just kick Karasuda into turret range. And Karasuda did go down, wasn't really able to do anything in that fight. Also is still sitting at not quite 2 items, does make a pit stop to get Executioner's Calling, trying to negate some of the healing coming out from Vladimir. But I do think we really are waiting for him to pick up that Ginsu's Rage Blade to be able to get those extra procs to fill the bolts.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm being called garbage in the chat, but I do not appreciate it, you guys. I am less than garbage. I am dirt. Moving on.
Okay, yeah, moving on. I also don't think Cyrene is garbage.
I think I'm garbage. So. You guys, I can barely play-by-play right now because this is my first game of the day.
Yeah.
And I was sleeping before this, so it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
So yeah.
But with 20 minutes coming on right now, Baron is now up.
Yeah.
What does this mean? I have no clue because they're not going to go for it.
No, they are, however, setting up. There really aren't any control wards in the area. The only control ward I see is actually from the Peen Pals inside the pit. So despite the fact that GSM has control of the area, they're not really clearing out the vision. It does look like they might start to look towards clearing out that vision, but I'm not even sure they know the control ward is in that pit.
Well, I now want to make a comment that you don't really see in Gold Capped all too often. We see Gragas with a Morellonomicon and Vayne with an Executioner's Calling to negate all of that Vladimir healing.
Yeah. So it will negate a lot of Vladimir healing. Morellonomicon.
That's going to be Chex Mixon and the Featherstorm coming out through, but that's going to be Ari Panda using the tidal wave, the Stand United coming out. Shen does make it here, but it isn't enough to save Ari Panda. True Fury taking a lot of damage from Karasuda, but Karasuda is going to go down.
Yeah. Karasuda did his best. However, because they were kind of stuck in that jungle passage, wasn't really able to play with the liberty that he might have wanted, so couldn't really avoid the Skittles as well as he would have hoped. And so does go down. However, it did take True Fury down with him.
Yeah.
However, it was just a fairly decent engage from the bot lane of the Peen Pals, getting the root followed up by the additional root by True Magic. And Ari Panda does go down. Shin does manage to get into the fight. However, it doesn't cause that much of a difference.
Yeah. All in all, it was a 3-for-1 trade for the Peen Pals. Seeing as they are behind, I feel like that's very good for them.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to ask your opinion on this itemization coming out from the Shin in the top lane, because he has decided to go Spirit Visage first against Vladimir. And I'm wondering, because Spirit Visage to me, I normally see that as something related to people who have healing. Feels bad by True Fury. But Shin doesn't really have any healing in his kit to buff, so I'm almost wondering if it would have been better for him to go something like Adaptive Helm.
I think Adaptive Helm would have definitely been the move to go.
Or even something like Abyssal Mask, which would have amped the own magic damage coming out of his kit.
I mean, yeah, I think the Adaptive Helm would have definitely been the way to go, just because Vladimir's damage output is from his spam Q.
Yeah.
So, all in all, I mean, the Spirit Visage isn't the worst item in the world, but
it does have a good amount of MR maxed on it. Also, the passive coming out from Spectre's Cowl is very nice, getting a boost regen after taking damage, especially against someone like Vladimir, who does often, do some damage, do some damage. That's his kind of trading pattern in lane.
Yeah. Ari Panda taking a lot of damage from 1 Q from Karthus.
Yeah, does however heal it up because Nami just
Nami
has
things.
Massive sustain, which is why I just like the champion a lot.
No Mind does get the Q onto Daddy's Milk. He's going to follow it up. Gets a 2-man knockup. That's going to be the flash from True Fury coming out. Tex Mixon. True Magic picks up the kill onto Karasuda. Daddy's Milk is now the target for True Magic. True Fury has to run away though. It's very low. Daddy's Milk is going to go down. That's going to be a double kill for True Magic, and they're going to start the Baron.
True Magic is playing these fights so well, doing so much damage, and really no one can get onto him. However, the rest of GSM is pushing up the mid lane. They look like they are looking to contest. They do have the ult from Syndra.
I
and the
believe
ult from
in the GSM plays of Gragas being able to just steal Baron.
Yeah, he stole it.
He stole it. He gets out.
This is Ari
Panda, what are you doing?
No!
Oh my God!
True Magic, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, what?
That was a massive ult that came from True Fury. Ari Panda actually so big brain baits True Magic into the rest of his team. True Magic gets blown up by Syndra and Gragas, and but then does manage to do a fair amount of damage, and the Karthus presses the R button, the most skillful button that there is in the game, and manages to kill 2 people with all the damage coming out.
But can we talk about Huni for a second? Was just like, this Baron, I see that you're taking it. I want it.
Yeah.
It is my Baron now.
Now, most of the people did die, so I believe that Huni is the only one.
Karasuda also has it.
Okay, so Karasuda and Huni are the only.
Karisuta. Say it with the accent.
Karasuda and Huni are the only ones left with the Baron buff. So, we will see if they can manage to do this. Now, both of them are in the mid lane, so they're not trying to split up their 2 Baron buffs. But Daddy's Milk is pushing the top lane, does have both Teleport and Stand United, so we'll be able to join if a fight does break out.
Yep. But it does look like honestly, this game can go either way, but that's a lot of damage coming out to True Fury. But No Mind is here. He's looking for an engage. He gets onto Vayne, but oh my god, that's so much damage going out onto No Mind. True Magic is so low. Is going to have to use the Featherstorm. Dicemilk is going for No Mind. He's going to flash away and get him. Reiselhoff trying to get out now. He does use it. That was so much barrel. That is so much damage from the explosive cast.
Yeah, that actually looked really bad.
Vladimir, you there, buddy? Sorry, continuing on.
No, that looked really bad. Nomad was able to get into the backline, did manage to get a good kick. There was a really big ult that comes out from Karthus, and Vayne goes down instantly. However, Daddy's Milk does get onto both Nomad and Reiselhoff and manages to do a lot of damage, as we talked about. And then a massive barrel coming out from Huni does make sure that they get the kill as well.
I don't know what was going on. I still don't know what's going on with the sprite, but I love it.
Yeah, just honestly, great game. No bugs, never any bugs.
Riot is a small indie company.
Yes, and it's most definitely not owned by one of the biggest gaming corporations coming out of China.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yes, so honestly, just really good, really good kind of second half of the fight coming out from GSM, and they managed to turn that around really well and do get the inhib. So, you know, good job coming out from GSM.
Yep. Also, I'm going to put a couple people on blast, and by a couple people too. First, True Fury has a vision score of 4. It is 27 minutes in the game, and you have 2 warding trinkets on you. True Fury, please learn to ward. Daddy's Milk, you did have a vision score of 9 when I brought this up. Learn to ward. Please, it's not hard. You just buy a control ward, maybe 2, maybe 7 if you're excessive, like some of us are.
I disagree. Always damage, no wards. Wards are for the weak. Oh, however, that is some good damage down onto Karthus. Good ult coming out from Ari Panda.
Yeah, that is going to be the Zhonya's coming out from Huni trying to get out.
Oh!
Shut down. The explosive cast does not pull True Magic in.
However, honestly, that damage wasn't really coming from True Magic. There was about a 419 damage Skittle that came out from True Fury, who got him right as he came out of the Zhonya. So really good timing there from True Fury.
Oh god, I'm disappointed in you, No Mind. Why did you have to bring this up to me? I was perfectly content of not looking at Lee Sin's vision score. He currently has a vision score of 11, 0 control wards. The man is playing Lee Sin.
Yeah. He's blind. He's just trying to make sure that he's in the mindset of not knowing where anyone is.
He's cosplaying, so he's just going with the my mind's telling me no. But my body's telling me yes. Oh, that's going to be the flash from True Fury. That's going to be a 3-man Hemo play. Leroy is going to go down here.
Yeah. Sorry, Leroy. You dead. Unfortunately, there's nothing really his team could do there. Huni maybe was not with them. Huni definitely wasn't with them, so couldn't really do anything.
Huni is farming.
Yes, got to get the farm. You know, has been doing a lot of damage this game. I actually am very impressed.
I'm just saying, Huni has 199 farm. No Mind has 123 farm.
Yeah.
Huni has a vision score of 19 and has an Oracle lens, like an actual jungler.
Okay.
No Mind has 11 vision score.
Okay, but he is playing Lee Sin.
And no control wards.
But he does need his yellow ward.
And no control wards. Oh, he has a control ward. Never mind.
Okay. He heard us.
Good. I'm glad.
I will say, but yeah, I do think Huni has played this game very well, is doing a lot of damage, getting some good engages. And now, Vayne has decided to pick up a 3rd on-hit item. So normally we see a lot of people go from Bork into Ginsu's into the defensive kind of Phantom Dancer. However, has decided to go into the Wit's End. Does synergize well with Ginsu's because you will getting the double, like the extra proc of the Wit's End damage, which is actually fairly high. I think at level 18, it's supposed to be 80 additional damage on hit, and you heal for, I believe, 1/3 of that damage when you are a ranged champion. You heal for 1/3 of that damage. Well, hopefully he comes back.
I think they paused.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, not to cut you out, because I want to make this a comment while it's still there, but True Magic gets engaged on. He is going to have to use the Feather Storm. He still gets hit by the end of the wave. He is going to have to flash away Chex Mix and now going back onto True Magic. But no Mind's here. He gets the kick onto Huni, but that's going to be a two-man talk from Daddy Smoke right now. That's going to be Karasuda picking up True Magic and Karthus, and now Vladimir is the target. Vladimir is going to have to use his Zhonya's right now. Reiselhoff is going to be able to pull away, but that's going to be the talk from Daddy Smoke right now. With Daddy Smoke basically 1v3 right now, but Leroy's here now. No Mind goes extremely low. That's going to be the explosive cast. Not doing enough damage, and Huni needs to get out.
Where's GSM? Like, Daddy Smoke was just 1v3ing on the back line, and nobody else is helping him.
Yeah, I ended up taking over for directed camera because it was just like, yeah, we're not going to show the fight.
There was a lot of damage coming out from Karasuda. And I understand Leroy had gotten taken very low, so couldn't really do too much damage throughout the rest of the fight.
I'm also gonna put Chex Mixon on blast real quick. Vision score of 40. Her ADC has a vision score of 43, and that's gonna be No Mind getting popped.
Good stopwatch.
Chex Mixon is gonna get the root onto Daddy Smoke, but Huni is coming right now. He's looking to get onto. Yeah. Bye. I think GSM can just end off of this, honestly.
Yeah, they do have, 25 seconds on No Mind. True Magic is at 3 items, does do a lot of damage, and they do have True Fury up. Potentially, they can definitely take the inhibitor. They might look to take a tower or two, but I'm not totally sure because it is 10 seconds on No Mind. And they have decided that looks like they are going to transition to the top lane, get a tower, and potentially the inhib up there as well.
Yep. Does look like they're just going to take 2 inhibs and call it a day. That's going to be the explosive class, only landing on No Mind. True Magic is going to use the Feather Storm, get the root onto Daddy Smoke, but the W is going to keep him alive quite well.
Yeah, Spirit's Refuge, very effective against auto attack based champions such as True Magic on this Xayah. But yeah, very good fight. They do a lot of damage. They get the Baron, they get the inhib, they get out, look to reset, probably push through the bot lane as 5.
Yep. Meanwhile, Daddy Smoke has a real hatred for the Scuttle Crab.
Just whacking it.
God, like, why would you whack it with a foam sword? Like, honestly.
It's just what you do. It's just what you do. So here we go. It looks like they might be trying to take this. This would be their 5th elemental dragon of the game. Take them up to the 3rd type, which is an ocean drake. So they have one of the reasons that they also could just push through the base so easily is because they do have 2 mountain dragons doing so much true damage to these objectives. And it does look like they are going to start pushing as 5 onto this bot lane. Shin is kind of pushing the wave up as they are collapsing around this tier 2 tower.
Yeah. This does not look very good for Peen Pals. They're 8k behind at the moment.
Yeah, they are. It's not looking great for Peen Pals. If they can get a good kick onto Karasuda, I do think they do have the damage and the ability to win these fights. Vladimir is at 3 items. One of those is a Spirit Visage, so won't be doing as much damage as he could. However, Xayah is at 4 items, 100% crit, very strong point in the game.
That's going to be the explosive cast, getting True Fury, and he's just going to be melted. That's going to be the Requiem coming out. Leroy is going to be using the Zhonya's. That's going to be Chex Mixon using her ult. But Daddy Smoke gets a 2-man taunt in the backline. Reiselhoff uses the Hemo Plague. It does look like he's going to get the heal, but Vayne gets the kill onto No Mind. And now Karasuda just walks into True Magic and dies. That's going to be the shutdown. But that's going to be Reiselhoff using the Zhonya's, trying to stay alive. Daddy Smoke trying to do what he can, but he's just getting taken out. That's going to be another shutdown for True Magic.
Yeah, really good fight there coming out of the Peen Pals, making sure, however, they do lose the tower. They are about to lose the...
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, however, that is
I respect Chex Mixon exiting True Magic to stop the knockup from getting onto True Magic.
Yeah.
But then they both got knocked up anyways. That's going to be the explosive cast. That's going to be a double kill for Huni because reasons.
However, True Fury is up, does not have ult.
Ari Panda's in trouble. It's going to just get popped by True Fury and Reiselhoff.
Yeah, a good fight coming out of the Peen Pals. However, their base is in absolute shambles. Not looking super great for them. I will give credit to True Magic, is doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Karasuda in that fight, when he looked to go aggressive, did tumble into a whole bunch of feathers, got rooted, and just got blown up then by the damage coming out from True Magic. Because Xayah is based on these crits, has 100% crit, is doing so much damage with all of her autos. Karasuda, because of the build that this Vayne has decided to go, is so much more based on the passive
Why
procs.
is there no sound?
It's there.
Okay. It was just real quiet. Sorry.
Yeah, but it won't do as much, I don't think, burst damage in the 1v1.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting, but Peen Pals are definitely on like their last legs. With double super minions going into their base constantly, it's already super hard to hold that off.
Yeah.
And with Baron coming up in like a minute, they do have some time to stall, but not a ton.
Yeah. Yeah. It's looking very, very rough. Basically, the future of Peen Pals is just they have to win every single fight from now on. And unfortunately, that's just really hard because Gragas, Huni is playing this fantastically.
I mean, Huni is an LCS player. What do you expect?
Yes. So obviously, but
speaking of Huni playing extremely well, tries to catch out True Magic. True Magic is going to flash away. That's going to be the stand United coming out onto Leroy. The wave not going to get the knockup on True Magic's GA, but does enough damage. True Magic goes down. True Fury now going to go down next. That's going to be a triple kill for Karasuda. He's going for no mind. I think this might be a pentakill. That's going to be quadra for Karasuda. Reiselhoff coming in hot. Well, not Reiselhoff. Reiselhoff running away as fast as he can. Karasuda wanting the pentakill.
They're going in.
Huni's going for it. That's going to be the Zhonya's. Karasuda wants it. That's going to be the pool. The Hemo playing. Karasuda going extremely low. Pentakill! And that is going to be the game going over to Oklahoma GSM.
Yeah, very good game coming out from GSM. I was talking about how well I thought Huni did. That last fight was very much done off the engage of Huni's back, off of this Gragas barrel. With the damage coming up from Huni and from Leroy, they are able to pop the Guardian Angel of Xayah and then follow up, and they do get the kills, and Karasuda is just able to pop off.
Anyways, with that, Peen Pals are now 0-1.
Yes.
I guess losing the tip really did a number on them.
What's a Peen without the tip?
Well, with that, we just saw the Gecko Slammers Armageddon slam the Peen Pals for a now score of 2-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really good coming out from GSM. I'm excited to see how they do throughout the rest of the how they do throughout the rest of the split. Yeah.
Anyways, we are going to take a quick break, switch to Winter's Claw. I want to say, yeah, we're switching to Winter's Claw. I don't know what game's next, but we'll figure it out because David posted the schedule.
Yeet.
Until then.
Bye.
Bye. Someone needs to switch the scene. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to?
I don't know how.